Добрый вечер всем смотрящим, всем подписчикам, всем, кто случайно зашел. Сегодня у нас замечательная игрушка «Столпы земли» от Ken Follett по его бестселлерам. Вот, собственно говоря, как я к этому пришел, переиграл я много инди-игрушек разных, интересных, и подумал, что вам будет интересно посмотреть, что это вообще за игрушка, что она из себя представляет. Ну, и вроде как сюжетка у нее очень интересная. Вот, пришел я к этому после того, как прошел Баннер Сагу. К сожалению, я ее не транслировал. Вот, слишком сильно увлекся. Но вот на очереди у нас «Столпы земли» и Ash of Gods. Вот, решил начать со «Столпов». Вот. Немножечко я поиграл, чтобы ознакомиться с управлением. Вот, но буду начинать сначала, чтобы нить истории не терялась. Долго затягивать начало не буду, поэтому поехали. Будем ли мы проходить обучение? Я думаю, нет, потому что я его уже прошел, чтобы понять основные механики, как все вообще здесь устроено. Дело у нас происходит в 1135 году на Туманном Альбионе. Вот, играем мы пока за монаха, прибываем в город. Вот. Ну, собственно, дальше по сюжету все будет ясно. Игра сама у меня на английском, но субтитры всех диалогов и всего остального русские. Вот, рисовка довольно неплохая. У нас здесь... еще играем мы за строителя храмов, соборов. Собственно говоря, нам и нужно будет в маленьком городке построить собор, чтобы дать работу, защиту и благосостояние жителям.
After all, there's a cozy tree in my back.
I promise, this will be the last fire. After tonight, it won't be trees anymore, but walls and a roof. In Shiring, I will find a job.
What if the bishop wants to hire you for life? To keep his palace in shape, but maybe strengthen the town's defenses? Plain things, Tom Builder. Just walls and roofs.
There. Took me a lifetime to find some dry ones in this wet. Why didn't we just use your staff? That old thing would have done nicely.
Because that thing is precious. It's not made to burn. And we might be able to sell it. Right, now let's see if this does the trick.
Нам нужно разжечь костер с помощью кремня. Соберем дровишек.
Should be dry enough.
I told you.
Отлично, огонь мы добыли. Теперь можно будет всем немножко согреться.
Cut up some turnips. We'll be making soup.
If it helps.
Alfred, you go and look for water.
We could just eat snow.
No, it'll be proper water for my family. You sit, I'll take care of it.
You still haven't answered my question, Tom Builder. What if the bishop offered you a job like they did in Exeter? Something that is beneath your craft, but pays for a lifetime. Easy work.
Well, building something is never easy.
You know what I mean. After Exeter, you said I could create something that matters, something that stands for eternity, or I could die setting up houses and sheds. But what if houses and sheds would feed your family? Would you stay this time, or would you keep on looking?
Я думаю, я останусь, потому что семья прежде всего.
Would you now? Just promise me you'll think about it.
Так, найти чистую воду. Угу. А для того, чтобы ее найти...
No, but Martha,
Don't distract me. I'm working.
Ага, посох. Посох не берется или берется. Том получил этот инструмент в качестве прощального дара в Эксерте в 1125 году. Он использует его при закладке новых построек. Его тень показывает время и помогает понять, где восток, куда всегда должна быть направлена алтарная часть церкви. В Эскерте Том впервые работал на строительстве собора и поначалу воспринимал это как обычную работу. Мастер часто упрекал его за то, что он недостаточно серьезно подходит к делу. Но вскоре Том начал понимать все значение пропорций, символизм цифр и почти что волшебство формул, применяющихся при строительстве. Этот гномон напоминает ему о мечте однажды построить собор от начала и до конца. Но пока посох нам не нужен.
I'm joking. Don't listen to me.
Без котелка воду не добудешь. Чаще леса замерзшая лужа.
Shoot. Beautiful.
А в принципе больше здесь изучать нечего, только замерзшую лужу. Потому что грязный снег мы топить не будем.
Too hard, but my pot should break it.
Применим котелок. Рисовочка мне нравится, такой стиль классный.
Walls and roofs. I'd be glad. I should be glad.
Так, сейчас проверим состояние нашей трансляции на Твиче и на Ютубе. Так, трансляция идет, все отлично. Продолжаем играть. Есть у нас котелок с водой. Скажем так, с полульдом. Значит, надо его растопить на костре и вскипятить.
And did you think about what I asked you?
Dreaming of building a cathedral was foolish. When we get to Shiring, I'll take the job.
Why is a cathedral so special?
Well, you've seen a few. You should know.
Yes, but there are so many already. Why do you have to build another one? Is it because God needs
Логичный
more
вопрос.
houses?
May I?
If you must.
Well. Actually, a cathedral isn't so different from any other house. It always starts simple, with some walls.
And on top of that, you put a roof.
Very good. A roof to keep off the rain, and walls to keep up the roof. Together that makes one big, long, but dark room. Like a cave. Now, we mustn't forget the doors. And not only doors, but a big and impressive one to let in as many people as possible.
But isn't it still dark in there?
It is. That's why we need some windows.
Объяснение, как
People inside can see
строится
what they're
собор.
doing. By now, we've carved quite a few holes in our cathedral. Unfortunately, not every building can carry a roof like that and have so many windows.
So what do we do?
Good and solid work. That's what we do. If we don't want our cave to collapse, we have to make everything perfect. Not only strong, but consistent and perfectly even. The walls, the roof, the windows, everything perfectly proportioned.
You shouldn't say big words like proportioned when talking to a child.
What does it mean?
It means beauty. Well, it means not only will it keep them dry, it will give them hope. Agnes?
Mama?
Похоже, кто-то рожает.
The baby is coming.
But it's not due. Have your waters broken yet?
Soon after we started walking this morning.
You should have told me.
I'm so tired. I don't believe I can bring it into the world.
Oh, look at all the blood.
Children? Alfred. Get more water. Take snow if you must and make it warm.
Right.
What can I do?
Collect some reeds and make me 2 lengths of string, each big enough for a necklace.
What for?
You'll see.
Oh, your hands are cold.
I could warm them for you.
No. Stay here. Please.
Right, what can I do to help?
Cover me.
The water's warm now.
Put it next to me. Alfred. Go and collect more wood. Let's have a bigger fire.
More wood?
Do what your father tells you.
Yes, Mother.
I'm here with you.
I know.
I put more wood on the fire.
Can you feel the warmth?
Yes.
What else can I do?
Keep me warm. It's not long now. Be ready.
Remember when Martha was born and the Lady Isabella acted as midwife?
You were building a chapel, and you asked her to send her maid to fetch the midwife from the village.
Yeah, and she said, that drunken old witch will let her deliver a litter of wolfhound pups. And she took us to our own chamber. And poor Lord Robert could not go to bed until Martha was born.
But why are you talking about that now? She's bleeding.
Alfred. Take care of your little...
She's all right. She's busy. Let me help too.
It's coming! Help me, Tom! It's coming!
Первый раз я роды принимаю в
I
игре.
can see it.
Кстати говоря, о чатике. У меня
It looks horrible.
сегодня наблюдать
He's perfect.
не получается, так что буду периодически сворачивать игру, чтобы посмотреть, что здесь происходит. Оказался у меня рестрим-чат работать почему-то.
You're still...
It's all right. It will stop soon. Tom,
Yes?
thank you for being my midwife. Do you remember the night I came to you? In your lodge? When you were working on my father's church?
Of course. How could I ever forget?
I never regretted giving myself to you. Never. For one moment. Every time I think of that night, I feel so glad.
Me too.
I hope you build your cathedral.
I thought you were against it.
I was. But I was wrong. You deserve something beautiful. Build a beautiful cathedral. For me.
Papa, what's wrong with her face?
Agnes! Agnes, wake up!
А начало такое мрачноватое, даже, я бы сказал, грустное. Ничего не говори, а оформление у игры прям очень классное. Даже начало мне прям нравится. Сделано со вкусом. Я надеюсь, со звуком все хорошо. Музыка не запирает. Если хорошо, напишите в чате или плюсик нам поставьте, я не знаю. В общем, дайте мне как-нибудь знать. Это я нажал на паузу. Смотрел, все ли в порядке. Как бы не пришлось после прохождения этой игры смотреть сериал. Так, что у нас произошло? Вы решили, что собор должен нести надежду. Вы сказали, Агнес, что возьметесь за любую работу. Вам не удалось помочь Агнес во время родов. Вы нашли информацию о прошлом Тома. 4 пункта, не так уж и мало. Может, можно было и больше, но... То есть, то есть. Книга первая. Из праха. И глава первая. Филипп. Я надеюсь, не Киркоров. Ух, как все мрачно здесь.
The year of our Lord 1135 had come to an end. King Henry of England, son of William the Conqueror, had died. It was a time of poverty and death. In their despair, some had come to believe Christ and all his saints had gone to sleep, and that the pillars of the earth themselves had begun to crumble. Is there no one to welcome us?
Who goes there? You just crossed the bridge, right? That'll be a farthing for you and a penny for your horse.
Monks and villagers don't have to pay a toll.
Sorry, I'm not good at this. I told Brother Paul. It's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
I will let the prior know you neglect your duties.
Мы против взяточничества.
Take care of my horse. I'm late.
I'll just leave it with me. I'll get it down to the priory later, once I've caught myself a fish down here by the river.
Поэтому я не стал предлагать ему сыр.
Much better than the salted ones they feed us.
Prior James will hear about this.
Prior James? That's him the bells are tolling for. Don't you know? The devil has come to Kingsbridge.
The devil has come to Kingsbridge?
Вы можете использовать Библию Филиппа на объектах, чтобы узнать, что в ней говорится о них, или использовать ее на людях, чтобы обсудить с ними вопросы веры. Наверное, надо сначала осмотреть хижину. Посмотрим, что там есть.
The shape of these stones is always proof to me that the Lord has created all this, as are the shapes of leaves and snail shells. God has made them and has made them well.
Ну, тут кроме известняка ничего нету. Я думаю, известняк нам уже понадобится во время строительства нового храма, нового собора. Ага. В первой книге у нас получается 7 глав. Это глава 1.
Hello? I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window, but most houses are empty.
Сходим-ка мы в собор, пожалуй, раз сюда и шли. Будем ломиться сразу в главные ворота.
Why did they lock it? Maybe the side entrance is open.
When he opened the sixth seal, I looked, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth. The moon became like blood.
Блин, как же это вкусно нарисовано здесь. Все и свет, и тени, баланс. Прям идеально.
Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness, The pestilence that rode in on the lightning that struck our cathedral 4 years ago. Did you not all feel its presence here ever since?
Проверочка стрима. Всё, можно играть дальше.
James did, and I did as well. But the Lord says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. Our beloved Prior James has served the Lord all his life. He shall be delivered from the darkness, from this dark earth.
Prior James?
Philip.
Francis?
Shh. For many years, James has been our prior. After the upcoming election, I vow to lead Kingsbridge Priory with the same steady hand. Amen.
Похоже, приор Джеймс кинул кони. Протянул ноги, даже можно сказать.
Philip, we told your brother you'd come to Kingsbridge New Year's Day.
I did not expect to see you here.
I was on my way back to Gloucester and wanted to see you.
A priest working in the world of politics. You must tell us about it, Francis.
Of course.
And his brother a prior of what now? 2 years?
It's been 4 years, Cuthbert.
I see. How are things in St. John in the Forest, Philip?
Our little cell is happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy. Thanks to your brother, Francis, St. John in the Forest is prospering. His novices are obedient, his monks humble and pious. Well, our own priory is in such a sorry state.
You know James did the best he could. It was not his fault. Also, they make a remarkable cheese in St. John's. Come by the kitchen later to see us, will you?
Brother Cuthbert seemed upset.
Well, we all are. The way James died was disturbing.
Disturbing? How did Prior James die?
7 days ago, Brother Remigius found James's room empty. We all looked for him for hours. Then we found his footprints by the bridge and a hole in the ice.
Oh no.
No.
In the small hours of Christmas Day, he must have walked out on the river. We didn't even find his body. The river took him, and the cold.
I will pray for James. See me when you have time, Philip. I will be in the cathedral.
And I should go and see how Brother Cuthbert is doing. It's good to see you, Philip. Maybe things will get better after the chapter elects the new prior.
Hopefully. I will come by the kitchen later, Milius.
So what do you think it means?
I don't know.
Молодые монахи.
You look like you want to ask me something.
You are Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes, but you can call me Brother Philip.
You see? Told you he wouldn't mind. Yes. Now ask him. How about you ask him?
I already asked Brother Andrew.
That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
If you promise to lower your voices from now on.
Of course. We promise. Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
Must be a place. A cathedral.
That's probably what the guest master was
Andrew
talking
wouldn't
about.
tell you. Why?
He got very angry with us.
We had to say the Lord's Prayer 150 times.
Each of us is God's temple, for he created us.
The guest master said Prior James destroyed God's temple.
And that you'll go to hell.
Может, он просто провалился.
Prior James did not commit suicide.
But no one saw him that night. No one knows.
God knows. God knows what sent him running out onto the ice.
They say the devil was chasing him.
Don't say his name.
I have seen brave men run, for many reasons. Never have I seen the devil. So we should not make room for him, neither here nor in our hearts. All right?
Yes, Brother Philip.
Thank you, Brother Philip.
Так, идем тусить дальше.
So, again, we're all God's temple.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Ага, вон оно как все устроено. Кухня, Кенигсбергский собор, крипта, дом приора, конюшня.
Why is this locked?
Опа, может, чего-то есть интересного. Ага, вышел оттуда, откуда пришел. Нам пока, наверное, рановато. Поговорить надо со всеми, кто... О, мой брат Пол.
Brother Paul?
Philip. Ouch. Oh.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
I have to leave, Brother Paul.
Take care of yourself. It's getting colder, I think.
Да, он был прав. Умрут голодные самые. И те, у кого нет крова. Оп, а тут я очень быстро хожу.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Отложить. Надо на кухню зайти бы сначала, поговорить.
Philip!
Brother Milius.
Come! Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven.
Thank you, Brother Cuthbert. Ah, wonderful.
I always put some extra stones on the stove to warm up water. Put one in your pocket, and you'll keep warm.
Oh? Ouch!
Careful, they're hot.
Ouch!
Ага. Посмотрим, что за кухонная утварь здесь.
You keep everything nice and tidy around here, Milius?
It's not easy. This morning one of my ladles broke. That's never a good sign. Everything is falling apart.
Hard at work, as usual, Milius?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Every other day, we even have poultry.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip. We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius? Put things right?
Maybe we underestimate Remigius.
He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the priory's ledgers.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
What? Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving. Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refused. I'm too old.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps. Not since he began talking to the devil.
Придется стать самовыдвиженцем, наверное.
What?
One day he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side.
Короче, похоже, у приора крыша поехала.
He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins? We'll talk more later. Brother Cuthbert.
Ah, we were waiting for you. I hope you brought some of that wonderful cheese you make at St. John's.
Of course I did.
Splendid. Thank you.
I will prepare it for our brothers on Sunday.
Brother Cuthbert, you seem worried.
Prior James was a kind man, but the priory is in a terrible state, Philip.
Philip knows. He was just too kind to say anything.
Yes, I know. I wanted to use my New Year's visit to talk with Prior James about these matters.
We should be rich. The priory has much land and collects from many parish churches. But we are in debt. Our novices...
Значит, надо как-то исправлять положение.
The novices are stealing?
Yes, someone took my keys. Remigius blames me for losing them. But someone used them to steal food from the cellar, more than once. Today I found something missing again.
Let us continue another time, Brother Cuthbert.
Of course.
Вот, а сейчас этой тряпочкой с сыром, наверное, можно будет взять камушек.
Nice and warm, and I didn't burn my hands, Milius.
I knew you could do it.
Поговорить с Фрэнсисом. А вот и Фрэнсис. Нашли, теперь будем с ним разговоры разговаривать.
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip. Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't. But at least in this one case, I will be the one to boldly charge ahead of you.
You've always been bold. You just don't admit it to yourself.
Francis, what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
God has a plan.
I know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
Так, записи Фрэнсиса о почившем короле Генрихе, королеве Мод и короле Стефани. Первая часть, датированная 1 января 1136 года. Долгие годы король Генрих оставался без наследника, поскольку многие его родственники, включая сына, утонули, пересекая пролив в одну ненастную ночь в 1120 году. Наконец, его дочь Мод родила сына. Последними пожеланиями Генриха было, чтобы королем под именем Генриха II стал его малолетний внук по достижении им совершеннолетия, а до того момента править должна была мать наследника, королевская дочь. Несмотря на то, что королева Мод была законной наследницей, нормандская знать не была к ней расположена ввиду ее брака с Жоффруа Анжуйским. Герцогство Анжу и герцогство Анжу и Нормандское соперничали на протяжении долгого времени. И теперь это соперничество готово перерасти в войну, которая разразится прямо здесь, в Англии, поскольку кузен Мод, Стефан Буакский, приплыл из Нормандии и узурпировал трон.
Stop the suffering.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you. I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was
Значит, надо
carrying a
будет
confidential
выяснить, где он
document that
и
might
что с ним
change the course of
случилось.
the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Ага. Здесь, в принципе, можно выйти. Надо смотреть.
All of us. Because God created us in His image. That's why we can all pray to Him.
We don't need to go to church for that.
Так, это моя пони, лошадь, конюшни. Тропа вокруг собора. Надо поговорить с Арнольдом. Или Арнальдом.
Brother Arnaldus, how are you?
Huh? What?
How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well.
Но, судя по нему, он не так уж и здоров.
Dead won't stay in the ground.
What?
The dead. It's probably those badgers always digging up the graves. I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
Did a knight come to Kingsbridge within the last few weeks?
Of course. Even the bishop and the earl were here for the Christmas service. I held the sermon.
And the week before?
That week I was not here. Andrew Sacrist and I travelled to Shiring to hire cooks and buy food for our guests.
I see.
Ага. Говорит, не самый приятный чувак на самом деле. А вот это вот что за странно приемный дом. Может, местные что-то знают. Или брат Пол.
Brother, have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
He could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Have faith in the Lord, Brother Paul. You did well.
Thank you, Philip.
И как мне это сделать?
What is it?
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request. If you really want to be of help, look for Brother Cuthbert's keys. He's getting old, misplacing them all the time.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just now leave.
Ладно. Мы пойдем другим путем.
No, we are the temple.
But why a church then? Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple? Isn't it almost arrogant to try and build a greater temple?
Так, надо с пацанами на кухне договориться.
It's getting cold. When will these novices learn to close the door?
Milius, may I have a word with you?
What can I do for you, Brother Philip?
Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service? No, I don't remember any knights visiting us.
Prior James had a document I would like to see.
It's probably amongst the things that Remigius is going to burn.
Oh no.
He's in the prior's room. Maybe you can talk him out of it. You look like you have something in... I'll be here if you need.
Старика спросим.
Brother Cuthbert.
Philip.
I'm looking for a document that was given to Prior James.
It's probably in the prior's room, then.
I will leave you to your work.
I will leave you to yours.
Поговорим с братом.
Thank you for your...
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
I knew I could rely on you.
Еще
Philip,
поговори
have
с
you
ним.
found something yet?
Not yet. I will see what I can do.
Ага. А, здесь нечего взять. А в крипте?
Locked.
А здесь все заперто.
I should talk to Andrew's sacrist instead. It's the only way.
А где мне его найти? Бафнулся. Довольно интересно, но диалоги немного долговатые, конечно. Привет тебе, бобер. У меня, к сожалению, сегодня с чатиком не очень. Угу. Здесь мы ничего не добьемся. Все, пора на вид.
My father gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
I bet you could.
Трещину спрятал.
Don't say that. Why not? We won't be here.
Значит, нам нужно искать трещину. Нашел.
The novice said he hid the key. They're here. I have them. This brother Marcus really did steal Cuthbert.
Ага, значит, я могу попасть в крипту.
Nothing here. The saint rests in peace. These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Thought so. Nothing here. Hello? No.
Так, больше здесь ничего и нету, похоже.
Nothing.
It feeds us.
What we have to ask ourselves is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I was shocked by the prior's death.
We all were. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt, and without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
We are people of God. Yet we need to eat too.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the...
Тогда мы всех братьев и пригласим.
You look like you want to say something.
What is it? It was good talking to you.
Good talking.
Ah, Philip, it's you.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
Where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
That is a sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
I will think about it.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
I have to go.
You know where to find me.
No need to lock the guest house.
Ну, сюда попасть не могу. Здесь мы ничего не добьемся. Все братья должны присутствовать.
Oh.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
But
Обвинитель?
why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Hmm? Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. You may never know what happened, and that's that.
Ну, это он зря так сказал. Узнаем.
Rotten edge. We used to eat them. Now...
Ха-ха-ха.
I see. A temple to feed the temple. Yes. We must take good care of us. And our cathedral.
We must.
А, мельницу можно тоже осмотреть с ключами.
Locked. Locked.
Изучить. Послание, вырезанное на деревянной стене старой мельницы, найдено в январе 1136-го. «Братья, я должен покинуть вас. Я не нашел Бога в этом месте. Палка помощника приора Ремигия больше никогда не коснется моей спины. Никогда, возможно, я найду Бога где-то еще». Все сломано. Так, больше вроде ничего нет. Его можно было взять, значит, выходим отсюда. Ага, это мельница. Так, а где у нас дом настоятеля-то? Ой, не дом настоятеля, дом собраний. Это гостевой дом. Это у нас кухня. В соборе направо. А, вот здесь оно будет. Понял.
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
Адольф.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
No strange... Hello? Ah! What is that? What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello? Ah! Oh. An owl. Just an owl.
Сова.
The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them. The brothers did hear. There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
No, I'll stay down here. I'm not... Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
The choir has finished singing. The cantor should find time.
О,
Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip? If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, the meeting could take a long...
The chapter meeting is more important.
Of course. But there is one more matter I need to address first. We are still looking for the man who stole Cuthbert's keys. Do you know who the thief is?
It was Brother Marcus. I heard him confess to another novice.
Brother Marcus, again. Prior Remigius will punish him for his transgression. Now, let us begin.
хотя ключики-то могли бы мне пригодиться.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him?
I knew him well, and I know he would agree with me.
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell the bishop about this.
Brothers,
let him
quiet.
Brother, let's hear what he has to say.
Let Philip speak. Oh, heavens.
Hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Yes.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then. But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is?
May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
Then, the devil had a hand in his last wish as well.
I think this is going too
Yes,
far.
most certainly did
It's
not.
all my fault.
Well, I'm not so sure.
The devil.
If the devil has come to Kingsbridge, we must cast him out. He has come in the ways of neglect and self-righteousness. Let us look into the books and ledgers. Let us look into the problems that have ailed Kingsbridge for much too long.
Don't need your meddling.
Well, I suppose.
How dare
I agree.
suggest that?
Hear, hear.
He is right. We should not make room for the devil.
Neither here nor in our hearts.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
No.
So he did nothing to soothe your pain. He had only warm words.
Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
No. I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously, my choice.
Excellent choice.
What about
Так, чуть у нас вернулось. Понятно, вирусня.
Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great
Prior
idea.
Philip. Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Thank you for your kind offer, but we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you. We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Посмотрим. Записи Фрэнсиса о почившем короле Генрихе. Та-та-та-та-та. Нашего нового короля Стефана поддерживает большинство нормандской знати и даже церковь. Его младший брат Генри, епископ Винчестерский, один из самых влиятельных священнослужителей во всей Англии. Он заставил Стефана поклясться усилить позиции церкви, в которой почти не было политического влияния при короле Генрихе. Великий день для церкви и для всех нас. Та-та-та-та-та-та. Проблема в том, что один из незнакомых сыновей, рожденных сыновей короля. Мой господин граф Роберт Глостерский хочет посадить на трон свою единственную сестру Мод. Он убежден, что она будет во всем полагаться на его указания и советы во время правления. Союзником Роберта является Бартоломью, граф Ширинга, преданный вассал короля Генриха, поклявшийся защищать его род для восстановления попранных прав королевы. Мод, графы Ширинга и Глостера подняли восстание против короля Стефана. Еще немного и начнется война.
Let us look for the letter.
Nothing here.
If we must, we'll look between the pages of every single book. But for now, let's concentrate on the more obvious places to search.
Дощечка.
The writing here is strangely distorted and illegible. But it must be James's writing.
Age can be a troublesome burden.
Francis, I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations. The Apocalypse of St. John. And they the mountains and rocks.
Библию он приказал не сжигать.
Hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Изучим письмо. Письмо, датированное 18 декабря 1135 года. Роберту Глостерскому. Назовите дату, и в назначенный день мы будем готовы пролить кровь во имя королевы Мод. Я со своими людьми выступлю против Стефана Блуаского. Мы не развяжем войну, мы лишь разожжем пламя. Стефан и все те, кто поклялся ему в верности, сами развязали войну в тот день, когда предали дочь короля Генриха. В тот день, когда Стефан узурпировал ее трон. Бартоломью, граф Ширинга.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Why me?
Because you have to. There's no other way. Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Политик по неволе. Ага. Так, и на этом у нас первая глава заканчивается. Начинается глава вторая. Джек. Надо найти... О, кабан. Мы же не падальщики. Нам нужно... Так, а что здесь было? Ага. Олень. Неужели не попал? Есть. Ха-ха.
Yes.
Прям в голову.
My name is Jack. For a long time, it was the only name I had known. I was born and raised in a cave by my mother. We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh. I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him not a single fort remains. Before him not a single fort remains.
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Meat goes bad fast.
Так, а чем мы его будем коптить?
There he is. Charles the Great, the protector of my town.
Ага, замок.
You're coming with me.
Лук Эллен. Живя как изгои вдали от цивилизации и защиты закона, Эллен и Джеком были вынуждены держать в доме разное оружие, и стрелковое, и холодное. Был там и лук, который мог служить как средством самообороны, так и инструментом для добычи пропитания. Большинству изгоев предъявлялись обвинения, но перед судом они так и не представали. По закону все их права, в том числе на собственность, аннулировались, а договоры признавались утратившими силу. У них больше не было прав, а потому кто угодно мог причинить им вред, схватить и передать властям. Поэтому большинству изгоев приходилось жить скрытно, промышляя воровством.
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Meat goes bad fast.
Как мне его закоптить-то? Бревна.
That wood goes into the fire.
Ага. Подбросим.
Good. It's warmer. Now I need some wet wood to make it smoke properly. Huh? What's that? Mother will be proud.
Так. Теперь можно разведать, что за шум. Ага.
It was hit by something sharp. That was no animal.
Опаньки.
Good. He hasn't seen you.
Who is he?
A whip. That's what he is.
A whip?
That means he's someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember?
Is he a monk?
He is. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit.
He looks nice though. He's smiling.
Listen, Cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all his compassion. You'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Так, а ничего, получается... Пацана маленького бросили, что ли?
Mother?
Don't move. We killed a pig thief in Salisbury. We can kill you too. Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
I don't have the baby.
Right. What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true? Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us? You're a good lad. I owe you.
If you want your silly book back, you better keep your word.
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I... The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. By now, the girl's sobs had ceased, as she had fallen asleep on her father's shoulders. The water was icy, and it hurt. At one point, the boy slipped. He slapped my hand away and pushed himself up. When we reached the bank, he was drenched and shook bitterly. He gave me a nasty glare while I was all...
What is it?
He got us lost.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
You should all get some rest. Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
No, don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks. What is it? Did you hear something?
The fog is lifting.
I don't like you. Tell me, why do you care about your book so much? Wait, where is it? You sneaky thief. I knew it. You just want to rob us.
You took it first.
You're an animal. You don't even know what it is.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
What are you rambling on about?
It's from the book.
How do you know this? You're an animal.
Can't you read?
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog. There is something there. What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children! Martha, wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
If I'd known you lived this close, my Agnes might have been saved.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water. Sometimes you get lucky, but...
Thank you, Jack.
Bless you. Some time ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan, to keep the walls and defences in shape. It would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
What happened?
I refused. All I cared about was working on a cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha, she'll tell you everything about it.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No. That is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is, I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way. My little cub caught his first deer today, all by himself.
I'm impressed. Eat well, children. You'll need your strength.
And so do you, Master Builder. Go on, tuck in.
I will. Thank you. Well, they're asleep now. So, what is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care. More than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel, and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
Отлично, вторая глава закончена. С Джеком мы познакомились. Я думаю, пора сделать небольшой перерывчик в этом всем деле. И главу 3 уже немного попозже пройти. Весь прогресс у нас все равно сохранится. Сейчас, как только можно будет вызвать меню, мы и сделаем. Как раз примерно 2 часа стрим. Так, все, книжечка исчезла, сохранение у нас прошло. Вот, в общем-то, всем, кто смотрел, спасибо за просмотр. Если хотите посмотреть еще, то следующий стрим, я думаю, будет где-то через час, может быть, час 15. Час 15, час 20. В зависимости от того, сколько у меня времени займут домашние дела. Вот, и попробуем за сегодня пройти хотя бы еще пару глав. Вот такие планы. Так что жмите лайки там, подписывайтесь, если интересно. И до встречи на следующем стриме.